Good morning. Always a pleasure to be here with you and have you join us on Off the Press. My name is Felicity Ezewuike. As is custom, we take a look at the headlines in our newspapers and have an analyst join us to talk about this. And we have a legal practitioner in the house. Thank you for joining us.
A pleasure being with you.
All right, we will start off with the Punch newspaper. PDP fumes as Niger Republic govs attend Buhari's campaign in Kano. That's on page 2, the Punch newspaper. It has one rider, Ganduje enjoys immunity, presumed innocent until proven guilty. We also have stock market investors lose 326 billion naira in 1 month. Details of that is on page 27. Impeachment, pro-Ambode groups threaten to shut down Lagos Assembly. These are at the bottom. And then this very despicable headline, man sodomizes, infects teenager with HIV in Lagos. There's a picture of Imohime, the CP of Lagos State on that one. You find details of that story if you care to read on page 5. Trader money, INEC to investigate alleged campaign finance violation by federal government. Okay. That's on the front page. At the top mast of the paper, we have, there you go, APC PDP worthy of absolute rejection. That's the novel laureate Shoinka. We also have hoodlums attack Agbaje's campaign convoy in Lagos. Those are some of the headlines. CCT on Noge is also on the front page. A quick flip to the back now. We'll see Friday musings with Ayo. And today he's looking at what will Nigeria look like in 2023. I would like to know. I wonder if you would like to know as well. Jimmy Abia, thank you again for joining us. I just realized I omitted your name. Okay, so we'll just get started with the Punch newspaper. Get your thoughts quickly and move on to others and see what they are on about. So which of these caught your instant attention?
The one about the governors from Niger Republic are participating in the campaign. Nigeria is a sovereign country, and you would expect that when we have to do with direct involvement in politics, you expect that people from other countries would not be directly involved in the politics of Nigeria, because actually this tends to question, to impugn the sovereignty of the country Nigeria. Indeed, even in the Electoral Act, in terms of funding of campaigns, it's provided that campaigns cannot be funded from outside. You may say that, okay, there is no funding, external funding, but also the issue of direct involvement, because we should be careful about setting the wrong precedent, because you may have in future where other people from different other countries, Western nations, other African countries come into Nigeria, and you see them on campaign grounds campaigning for a candidate, and this would actually not be the best for Nigeria as a sovereign country that has interests, internal interests to protect. So I think that whoever is involved in this should, be cautioned, not to continue with such acts, because it's not
better. What really would be the point of having external people coming to
Of course, at times our politicians know this, but because of one interest or the other, they may be trying to protect or project. They may, do certain things that they know clearly that this is not right, and it doesn't portend well for the country.
What about this trader money? INEC.
Oh, well, I don't know if INEC is in the best position to investigate that. But I think what INEC is trying to say is that if there is any voter inducement, having to do with the trader money thing, as some opposition parties have alleged, then maybe it will be, within the confines of what INEC ought to be looking at, whether a particular party has been involved in voter inducement through this trader money, as some parties have alleged.
Yeah, we did get in the news earlier about them having a mechanism for checking some of these things. Anyway, we move to the Nation newspaper here. I'm still on INEC. INEC clears Sanwo-Olu, Kashemu, Oga, others. It has a rider. APC, they're insisting we will field candidates in Rivers and Zamfara. These are the places that INEC, for those that are not aware, INEC has said they don't have candidates for the elections. At the top master of the paper, right there on your screen, why restructuring is key to unity by Akinrina Day. That's on page 7, and Wole Soyinka is there again on page 6. Paul Magu wants bankers. That's something on the front page of the Nation. We go a bit down on the front page, bottom column rather. You will see Buhari in Kano. I will continue to fulfill my promises. There you have it. And yeah, that's about it. Onoge CCT to resume hearing Monday. Suspected headsman kill woman 70. Sad one. On the back of the Nation newspaper, we have comment and debate, and today the focus is on human nature and constitutional corruption. I'm sure you would want to read it. There is a quote that looks interesting. Go pick up a copy of The Nation and read details. But of course, before you do that, you might want to have an idea what they're about. Jimmy, which of these would you want to talk about?
That of INEC having cleared. I think we've talked about that a bit, yeah. But, you know, still on that, you will see that what INEC has done is to release list of candidates that have been cleared. Not really cleared in that sense, because INEC doesn't, by law, INEC really doesn't clear candidates. It is the list of candidates presented to them by the political parties, and candidates who do not have any legal impediment, you know, to prevent them from featuring on that list. So that's what INEC has simply done in compliance with the various relevant laws, especially the Electoral Act. But you will see that in Zamfara and in Rivers, the ruling party, APC, does not have candidates. Well, those matters are still in court. I think Rivers State on the 4th, the court will decide on that, on the issue. The appeal court will be deciding on that issue. I think that's what emboldens the Rivers APC to say that we will field candidates.
But if they field candidates even by that February 4th, yes. Sorry to interrupt you, but if they do field candidate, since INEC has released a final list, so to say, how would they come in? Everything has been printed, everything is done.
I believe INEC would have taken this into consideration in terms of printing ballot papers and other relevant materials, because INEC knows that the matter is still pending in court. So INEC should be able to take precaution to know that anything can happen before. If a court says election has to hold in Rivers State, I expect that INEC should comply with that verdict of the court.
All right, we go to This Day newspaper now. This Day is choosing to, scream about the Onoge's trial, the NJC's pendency. CCT insists on Onoge trial February 4. That's the screamer. Other papers had it. We had The Nation and The Punch mention that. We go to the very top of the paper. You have Nigeria now on growth trajectory, says Jim Ovia. Federal government targets $2 billion annual FX earnings from new aviation initiative. Details of that one is on page 8. We won't miss this one. INEC again maintaining APC has no candidate in Rivers Zamfara. All right, Soyinka is back here. We flip quickly to the back page. Let's see. Oh, before we do that, sorry, let's flip back. Thank you. Obasanjo vows to do everything to save Nigeria's democracy. How is he planning to do that? Go read it on page 10. On the back page now, thank you. That's it on your screen. Shaka Momodu, he has some thoughts. If you're a sports fan, I'm sure you like this segment of Off the Press. Thank you for staying with us. Udoka Njoko is here. He will be talking to us on all the latest headlines this morning. Vanguard Sports is up first. Back of it, we have Oshola joins FC Barcelona.
Exactly.
And then, of course, we have Sarri faces Sack. That's another one. And Complete Sports is also here. Let's flip over to that quickly. There you go. Complete Sports has Moses set for full Fenerbahce debut. And, of course, the Oshola.
Yeah, well, Oshola's move is more like the screaming headline today because she has made a move from China, the Chinese Super League, to the Spanish La Liga for female. That's joining Barcelona. And for Asisat Oshola, she's more like the best footballer, female footballer in Africa. She's won it over time. She once played for Arsenal ladies, also played for Liverpool ladies, then moved over to China. And presently, of course, she played in the Nigerian Women's Professional League. Then, of course, a super move for her going over to Barcelona on loan from the Chinese Super League. So it's a good move for Oshola and a good one for the Nigerian Football Association as well. And for Sarri, exactly.
That's how they're screaming here on Complete Sports.
Metro is the Chelsea coach, and when he came in, he brought in Sarri football, where all the Chelsea fans actually loved his style of play. But lately, it seems to be falling apart. The likes of Eden Hazard wanting to leave the club, and for Sarri, why the Chelsea fans are wanting him to leave is because of the latest defeat, which has not happened to them in like 20 years. Well, for Sarri, I don't think he'll be let go of yet. He just might finish this season, then probably in the summer they might let him go.
What is this one about? Coutinho refuses to rule out United move.
Well, he's not getting game time at Barcelona. Coutinho moved from Liverpool to Barcelona, and he might actually leave the club in the summer when the summer transfer windows open. And talking about Manchester United, they also would want to have Felipe Coutinho come into play for them. It was just all about the transfer because yesterday was the deadline day for the January transfer deals, and a lot of players actually moved. And for Anthony Martial, who you can see on the Complete Sports newspaper, extending his United contract, there were rumors that he will be leaving Manchester United for other clubs. But hey, he signed a new contract and is still remaining a United player. For Coutinho, we'll keep our fingers crossed till the summer transfer window. Any
final thoughts on any of these headlines before we wrap things up?
For Victor Moses, I'm happy he has made that Fenerbahce move to Turkey. Let's see if he would get good game time and welcoming back to the Super Eagles. We're hearing rumors that John Rowe, the coach of the Super Eagles, is likely to invite him to the Super Eagles to play again. So we're waiting for Victor Moses to make that decision.
Thank you, Udoka. Thank you very much for coming.
See you again
on Monday.
Of course.